Hi Leo, welcome into your mid-November 2023 Money and Career Tarot reading. I hope life is treating you absolutely amazing. Let's of course do some shuffling and jump right into the tarot. Alrighty, what does Leo have in store for them? Money and career. The Fool card as well as the Eight of Pentacles. Alright, so whether you're jumping into something new at this time in the remainder of November or not, or it's right around the corner for you, it feels like there's something fresh on the horizon. There's something to look forward to. A feeling of you either way, even if you don't have something new to look forward to or to jump into. It's a feeling of you doing a pretty damn good job of going with the flow, doing what you have to do and adapting when need be, and feeling quite motivated to jump out of bed and do what's necessary once again to work on that business or to get it off the ground, to work that day-to-day job. And it feels like all the meanwhile you're very much guiding the way for yourself and potentially for other people. I also feel like you are quite an example of how to do something efficiently in a non-stressful manner, at least for the most part. I also feel like for whatever reason being drawn to this reading, there's a lot more that happens behind closed doors that people aren't aware of, that meets the eye. And I feel like this especially applies to those who decide to continue to or begin to put themselves out there in the public eye in one way, shape, or form. If you are on social media, that's absolutely working to your advantage. But there's an electrifying way about how you accomplish, about how you communicate and draw in people's energy. And I just feel like you have a very talented, skilled way about you, and that's impressing people left and right. Let's keep pulling. They're also saying your grounded way of being, your maturity, and your level of, I want to say, experience and advancement within a specific category is quite impressive in and of itself. But the way you speak, your mannerisms, your good looks, your energy, all of which is definitely assisting you in the remainder of the month. But it does feel like certain factors, whether it's where you're living and or working, maybe where you're migrating to, in the midst of your day-to-day commute, it feels like in the remainder of November things are affecting you at certain points. So just take a deep breath, and that might be part of what's happening behind closed doors that we were speaking upon. But the Three of Wands, there's a lot to look forward to in regards to change, in regards to more progression, more success, and I want to say expansion for a lot of Leos drawn to the reading. And it feels like a time period where there's a lot of passion within you to achieve more, to see more come to be, to not settle, and to maybe prove somebody wrong, if not multiple people. And you might even be feeling the urge to prove yourself wrong if you've been feeling a sense of doubt at certain points or just in general. But it feels like you're very much guided by very passionate spirits as well, in order to see things work out in your favor. You're going to receive an agreement, a yes, a welcoming in, of satisfaction if you haven't already. And if you already did receive this acceptance of some sort, this yes, if you will, you are going to see progress come to be in regards to seeing that actually come to fruition for you. It feels like a door opening, whether it's a new place to live, another type of investment, a business partnership for some, it could be a new job, you name it, or maybe a pay raise or a promotion. Anyways, but it feels like endings are on the mind. It could feel a bit solo in the remainder of November, where you're not really feeling connected to other people per se in that work environment or where you're living, or just feeling a bit distant, even if you are having to or choosing to work with people quite well all the meanwhile. But it feels like you're just feeling to yourself in your own lane, your own Leo bubble, and that's actually creating a lot of positive creative solutions and preparation effort, progress coming to be. And therefore I also feel like when you're in the mood to work, you'll get more done because you're just doing your own thing. And Spirit's saying, and therefore you're also dodging certain small obstacles you wouldn't have done otherwise. You wouldn't have dodged otherwise. You're dodging any or most levels of gossip, drama, right? If that applies to your situation. But Spirit's saying you're making the right choices, and the remainder of November is true evidence of just that. I feel like somebody's more impressed than they want to admit. The Temperance card. Yeah, because again, I feel like things are affecting you, but I also feel like there's a lot of spirituality, a lot of intuitive guidance taking place in the remainder of November for you, and this is quite relevant, even involved, stemming from your work. It could be a big part of it, of course, but it could also just be simply this guidance and these pushes, these pulls, if you will, it could be definitely related to and assisting you with your work, with your home situation, with where to put your money, when not to. But Spirit's saying, before we speak upon the Temperance card, let's for a second, or a couple different points throughout the remainder of November, simplistically and realistically examine our finances, what's coming in versus what's going out, what we've spent and let go of recently. I feel like some of which that you've let go of was an investment or two, maybe necessary expenses, stuff that, life just costs you money, right? But I do feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, like myself, guilty as charged, a lot of frivolous, unexpected, or unnecessary expenses or purchases, right? And so how do we clean this up and improve this with true levels of honesty so that we can make something work in the near future or just moving forward so we can feel more comfort financially? Because I know, drawn to this reading, you do desire financial comfort and freedom, but what are we doing personally, habit-wise and day-to-day routine-wise that is holding us back a bit, even though I feel like things will start to flourish moving forward for you in certain ways, and one of which is financially. But it doesn't mean we can't improve and clean things up now until the time being, right? But patience. There may be patience necessary when it comes to certain factors where you're living and or working, when it comes to the progression of something growing audience-wise, say it's on YouTube or a different social media platform, maybe the progression of that post. It might be more in regards to numbers increasing in one way, shape, or form at work, right, through your job or your business otherwise. It might be in regards to dealing with certain people at work and or home, even if that happens to be a customer and or clientele, okay? And I feel like you are doing pretty damn well at, maintaining or bringing back that patience. But how about that balance? Are we feeling balanced in the way we're living, working, achieving, and, balancing out certain areas of your life? Even it could be more than one work situation. Doesn't have to be. Bear with me as I get a bit nervous. But I feel like for some, it's about balancing out work versus your personal life, versus your self-care life, stuff like that, right? And making sure the areas of your life are quite in balance all the meanwhile. But the Three of Pentacles talking about how you're gaining a lot of attention in the remainder of November in regards to a change, if not multiple, you've made and or are making. It could be in regards to the growth, the progression, and the different vibe in regards to your business and or your online presence, right? And I feel like for some, this could be also how you were acting and holding back and socializing and accomplishing at work. This could also be in regards to you beginning a new position, or it could be in regards to the stepping into a new investment of some sort. It just feels like there's a lot of important attention, and you may even find that it's a time period for you, and it might have already been, previous to the remainder of November for you, where when you're out and about doing, even I want to say simplistic things like going to get a coffee or run an errand or migrate to work, you're finding that people are watching you, looking at you, turning heads to notice you. It's your vibration, it's your energy, it's your confidence, and it's your genuine motivation that's just giving off I'm hearing encouraging vibes, okay? I feel like you are potentially a very motivational, inspirational kind of individual, and that's coming into play, naturally stemming to and intertwining with your caring nature all the meanwhile. And so I feel like Spirit's saying at the end of the day, it's great to want to help people, it's great to want to assist people and be that example all the meanwhile. But have you been taking care of yourself enough behind the scenes to be your happiest, most authentic, genuine Leo self, right? To glow to the best of your ability? In certain ways I want to say yes, other ways I want to say no. But there's an essential focus on the fact that you need to utilize that motivation and drive that's within you in the remainder of the month to clear your voice and get that Leo message or Leo messages out there, right? You might even find that your spirituality is tying into that, but your intuition is all the meanwhile. When you feel intuitively guided to get something done, when to hold back, when to speak your truth, when to get a message out there, when to reach out to somebody. Trust in those levels of guidance. Okay, it feels like you're going to be guided in the right direction, and I feel like that's a message in of itself at certain points throughout the remainder of the month. But also in regards to, I feel like for some, a shift towards a new place to live, another type of investment, or a new career situation. All right. And so reminding you all the meanwhile, once again, the right choices are being made as far as what you've left behind, what you've moved towards, and what you're moving towards moving forward. Feels like a very prosperous time for you where there is patience needed once again. A lot of motivation and hard work being put forth towards whatever it is for you, but it feels like it's paying off all the meanwhile. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll definitely see you next time.